In this video, I'm going to compare between two-room Flexi Type 1 and Type 2 from the layout, pricing, and at the end, we will also tour the HDB show flat to see what these flats look like in real life. Let's start with the basics first, because probably some people are still confused what's the difference between two-room Flexi Type 1 and Type 2. I guess the easiest way to explain is by showing the layout plan. This is the floor plan for a typical two-room Flexi Type 1. The size is typically about 38 square meters. Basically, it is like a studio apartment where you have a bedroom, a living room, a bathroom, a kitchen, plus a bomb shelter. This is the floor plan for the two-room Flexi Type 2. The size is typically about 46 square meters, which is slightly bigger than the Type 1. Basically, you have a bedroom, living room, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a bomb shelter, but there's an additional common room. Now let's talk about pricing. Obviously, two-room Flexi Type 1 will be cheaper than two-room Flexi Type 2 simply because it's smaller in terms of size. But you might be wondering, how much cheaper is it? And is it a good deal? To answer that question, let's take an example from an actual BTO launch. So this is the prices for the June 2026 BTO launch, specifically for two-room Flexi Type 1. As you can see, obviously, prices will be different depending on the project itself. But in the June launch, the cheapest two-room Flexi Type 1 can be found in Woodgrove Acres because the price starts from $137,000, and on the upper range, it is Berlaya Rise with $247,000 as the entry price. Now, let's take a look at another price table, which is for the two-room Flexi Type 2. For Type 2, the cheapest two-room Flexi can be found in Sembawang Portico because the price starts from $157,000 and it goes up to $296,000 for Berlaya Rise. This is again for Type 2, yeah. Now, if you notice, I also included the estimated floor area in terms of square meters as well as the internal floor area. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to compare between two-room Flexi Type 1 and Type 2 in terms of the size as well as the prices. Regarding the estimated internal floor ratio, in Sembawang Portico, two-room Flexi Type 1 is about 82.6% out of two-room Flexi Type 2. But in terms of the entry price, interestingly, two-room Flexi Type 1 in Sembawang Portico is about 90.4% versus its Type 2 option. Another example would be Kebun Baru Breeze. So Kebun Baru Breeze, somehow the size of the two-room Flexi flats there are smaller. Regarding the estimated internal floor ratio, in Kebun Baru Breeze, two-room Flexi Type 1 size is about 78.3% versus the size of its companion Type 2. And regarding the price, for indicative minimum price, two-room Flexi Type 1 in Kebun Baru Breeze is about 74.9% versus the Type 2 option. If we average the numbers out, basically, in the June 2026 BTO launch, Type 1 size and also price is roughly about 82% compared to the Type 2. But of course, there are some interesting variants. For example, this exercise made me realize that apparently the two-room Flexi Type 1 in Sembawang Portico is kind of expensive because the size ratio is 82.6%, but the minimum indicative price ratio is 90.4%. As you can see in other projects, the numbers are not always like that. But obviously, the decision to buy which type of two-room Flexi is not just about the price or the layout. Sometimes it's also based on reality. For example, it could be that obviously you want a two-room Flexi Type 2, but because of your queue number, when you are being called to the HDB office, you are only left with low floors for two-room Flexi Type 2, but for two-room Flexi Type 1, still got top floors with good facing, and in that case, it's your choice, right? Whether you just want to get the low floor two-room Flexi Type 2, or you want to pivot to two-room Flexi Type 1, or even to walk away completely and just take the non-selection penalty. Now, let's tour the BTO show flat to see what does these two-room Flexi looks like in real life. Let's start with two-room Flexi Type 1. So this is the two-room Flexi Type 1. The size is 38 square meters, as you can see here. Now, when you go in, you will immediately see the living room, which is actually quite spacious in terms of how they design it. You have TV, some bench and sofa, and then the bedroom is right over there. So between the bedroom and living room, it's currently being separated by this sliding panel. So the bed, I think this is queen size. So if let's say you want to save even more space, I think you can opt for one of those Murphy bed, the one that can fold into a cabinet so that you will have more space, and then you can put more things and do more activities during the day. But I think it's nice that it can fit a double bed here, or maybe you want to put like a double decker bed or something. Now I like this side table because it really maximizes the space. The extra nook, you can use it to like store some books or maybe put your water bottle or something. And then the wardrobe cabinet itself, it's pretty big. I like that they put the mirror there. It makes the room looks bigger, so that's good. So the bedroom is again just next to the living room. I think if you remove this panel, probably you would be able to see directly from your bed to the TV. So, I mean, that's an option. It depends on how you want to decor your place. I like that they put that blue face and picture frame there to highlight the blue accent. So this is a closer look of the sofa and also that folding table. But honestly, that folding table looks like an afterthought. It really looks out of place, and then it kind of cheapens the look. Like, I don't know why they put it here. I mean, I don't know. Because if you look at that nook, right, that sitting area is already nice. It's like built-in cabinet with seating, and then you can see that the storage is up to the ceiling. So that folding table is really out of place. So this is the part that I really love about this particular show flat, is that they have this corner where they put cabinet, and I think the light that they put at the back really makes this looks very expensive. But I can also imagine that it will be very dusty because everything is open. So the seating area apparently has this cabinet underneath it. You can just open the drawer. So I think that's good because this way you would have more storage space. Then you can put maybe some books or pillows or something. But basically you can put many things inside there. So that's excellent. I also like that it has this soft close. Okay, so this is a closer look of the display shelf. Again, I think if you don't want it to be so dusty, then you could probably put like a glass panel over it. That's probably better in the long run. I also like this accent pillow. I think it gives a very cozy look to the nook. Yeah, I think this part is really nice. I also like that they decor it with this fake plant so that it's not really just boxy and lifeless. So at least it gives a vibrant touch to the space. Okay, so this is the bathroom. There's only one bathroom because again, this is two-room Flexi type 1. The design is also very modern, minimalistic. But remember that when it comes as a BTO, it won't come with all of these like panels and nice sink. So these things, I believe that your ID would need to put. So that's definitely additional cost. Now the bathroom is next to the bedroom, but there's no connecting door between the bedroom and bathroom, so you have to go out to the living room first before going to the bathroom. But that's also good because if you have a guest, then they can just go to the bathroom easily. Next, we have the kitchen. The kitchen is not big, but I think it is still functional for a couple, single, or like a small family. Again, this does not come with the BTO itself. These are the things that you have to work with your ID to put in. There's a washing machine there. I think it's a washer and dryer at the same time. I forgot. I didn't pay close attention to it. Okay, this area is nice because the color scheme is very consistent with the living room, where they basically use oak and blue color. That's wonderful. I also like these display sets. I'm currently wondering whether I should buy something like this for my own house. And this is the laundry rack. If you have the budget, you probably could buy one of those motorized laundry racks so that you can just press a button, it will go up and down. But otherwise, manual is also fine. So this is another look of the kitchen from a different angle. As you can see, there's no door between the kitchen and the other area of the house. So if you cook, probably it'll be smelly a little bit unless you want to put like a sliding door there. Now this is a closer look of the sink. So apparently if you open this panel, then it will become a normal sink. They cover it up so that you can use the counter space in case you need more space for like cooking or presenting your food. This is the open rack, which I'm not sure how I feel about it. In my mind, I'm thinking about mouse and cockroaches. If the shelf is that much open, I think this is an electric stove. Not sure whether you could put gas stove. I think you should be able to do it. Maybe, not so sure. And I appreciate that they also use the space above the fridge to create more storage. I think definitely in such a small space, you would need storage that goes up to the ceiling, right? If you are wondering where is the bomb shelter, it's basically near the entryway. So just across the kitchen, the bomb shelter is there. Yeah, you can put some shelves inside to make it more functional. So that is what a two-room Flexi Type 1 looks like. Now, let's take a look at the two-room Flexi Type 2. So this is the two-room Flexi Type 2. The size is 46 square meters, which is slightly bigger than the other Flexi room because this one has that additional extra space. So let's start with the living room. Honestly, this show flat is one of the busiest. It was very difficult to get a clear shot, but this indicates there are really a lot of interest in this two-room Flexi Type 2. So as usual, this is the living room. You can fit in TV, some cabinets, and I really like that they put more shelves here, and the additional lights at the back really add a more luxurious feel to the space. Now, what is different about this one is that the dining table that you see here is actually foldable so that if you push it, it will just be part of the cabinet. I think that's very cool. This one is not so big. You can only fit for like 2 people. So this is another angle of the living room itself. Somehow they only put like a 2-seater sofa here. Probably you can still add like a coffee table or study table at the corner. I like that they put some greeneries here so that it adds more vibrancy to the space. Yeah, you can put some books, picture frame, etc. I think it's going to be good. Now this one is the bedroom. Interestingly, it could fit a queen bed, so that's good. Personally, I don't really like the bed sheet design. Like, I don't know. Like, in terms of decor, this flat is not my favorite. Like, even the colors is kind of strange. The light is kind of harsh. But, you know, it is what it is. For the HDB show flat, it's actually being designed and decor by different IDs. So probably it depends on their style and what they are willing to put there. Now there's no direct access to the bathroom itself, so you have to go out to the living room before you can access the bathroom itself. Probably it's good so that your bedroom would not be so damp. So this is the bathroom. Interestingly, they did not put any glass panel here. As you can see, there are some railing there if you need some assistance for support. Now, this is the extra room that a lot of people are curious about. So as you can see, this is quite small. You can probably fit like a single bed here. So that sofa, folding sofa, is not really single size. It's even smaller than that. But probably, yeah, it's good enough if you don't put too many things here. Maybe just for a guest to stay here, or maybe for a small family. If you have kids, maybe you can put like some bunk bed or something here. So the space is really not that big for the extra space. So this is the kitchen. The kitchen is basic indeed. It's not that big, But at least you have some cabinets, you have some laundry rack, and then on the other side, you have the stove, and also the washing machine. Again, it's not big, but it could be functional depending on how you decorate it. In such a small space, definitely if you have floor to ceiling cabinet, it would be very helpful, as you can see here. And I kind of like the small touches here. So for example, I personally like that snack tray on the right. I think it's good that you can just pull it to your living room. And I also like these, I don't know what you call it. Is it like a glass jar, a bottle, or is it like for spices? I don't know, but it looks cool to me. So as you can see, the show flat was very busy that day. Yeah, a lot of interest into room Flexi Type 2 for sure. If you're wondering where's the bomb shelter, it's right opposite the kitchen. The size is like pretty standard. It's just a normal bomb shelter. Obviously, it will be more functional if you put shelving here, just like what they put in the show flat. But what do you think? Do you prefer two-room Flexi Type 1 or Type 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. To support my work, you can give a one-time tip by pressing the thanks button, pick the amount that you want, and click buy and send. Or you can also press the join button for exclusive contents and monthly membership. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.